is 𝐒𝐨𝐤𝐿 and welcome to my channel. So as we know, this month is February, and so for my first video I wanted to come with black authors you should be reading this year, black author you should be reading this month, black story, black love, black romance. And yeah, I thought that would be a great way to start my channel. Since this is my first video, I should probably say what this channel is gonna be. Okay, so I love reading, I love self-care, I love anything about writing, and I just wanted to just share my little journey. It's like a digital diary almost. That's what I want to do. I just kind of want to film my process. I am an inspiring author, so I just wanna film my journey. But this is not what we're here for. You probably already read these stories, but because they're really popular on TikTok. But if you haven't, let me just tell you now, you should. It's the best. It's the best, babes. It's the best black romance. Anyways, so this book is Excuse Me While I Ugly Cry, and it was a 5 out of 5 for me, and it's a young adult coming of age story basically, and it's about Quinn and Carter. Both of them are in high school. They're both 18 years old, if I remember correctly. I know she's 18 and she's in high school, just going to graduate basically last year of high school, and she keeps a journal. And if you keep a journal, you know how secretive and how important it is to have the journal kept. But imagine that journal with all your lists in secret was stolen. It was stolen. She's like, he took it because, well, he did, but he lost it in a bus. He accidentally took it is because they were doing a group project and she had the journal out, and he accidentally mistaken for his journal, so he took it, but in his bag gone home, and she was going crazy looking for it, tested him, and he says, okay, I do have it and I'm gonna give it to you tomorrow. My guy forgot the journal in a bus, and now someone stole that journal, blackmailing Quinn about absolutely completely everything. And they're like, okay, do this one in the list and I want basically rat you out. I want to tell everybody this and that. Her and Carter and a group of like 2 other friends are going on a journey to do the list, so the person wants blackmailed them, but also to try to find that person who is blackmailing them. I really pray God that I explain this as perfect as I could, because I don't want to spoil anything, but literally this is how it is. It's so fun. It was such a fun read. I read it and listened one day, and I bought the audiobook. That's how you know I love a story, because after I read a book, I'm just like, okay, I'm done, but I bought this audiobook and I listened to it again because I just wanted it in my ears as I was cleaning around the house or something. It was so good. 5 out of 5. And if you haven't read it, it's really good. It's a book that you like, if you're trying to get back into reading and you want something a little bit lighthearted and something fun to read, I think you should really definitely read that. Plus, she's a black author. The characters are black. The main characters are black, and it was just so fun. It was one of these books that I read and I was just like, I want to read more. The second one, because this was a teen, this was a young adult coming of age story, I picked that up. I picked this up, and I'm just gonna tell you, I love this so much. And I have never, this copy, I have 2 copies of this copy, I don't want to open it. It's so good. I borrowed my friend, my former coworker, I borrowed her the other copy, and because I had all the notes in there, and she didn't give it to me. And it's okay because it's that good. This book was such a great read. I did not get up not once from my chair while I was reading this book. I promise you. 5 out of 5. No, 10 out of 5. It was so good. It was so good. It's called Confession of an Alleged Good Girl. I had to look like, what is this? Confession of an Alleged Good Girl. And oh my God. Ooh. So let me just tell you, Monique is a preacher's daughter. That's all you have to know. No, I'm joking. So Monique is a preacher's daughter, so she's a good girl. She's a great little girl, and she has a boyfriend, a long-time boyfriend. He broke up with her. He broke up with her because of a medical condition that she has. And in order, she wants to get him back. Basically, she teamed up with Sasha, the good girl. Sasha was a very good girl, the girl that Monique was like, this is probably who my parents wants me to be. Sasha was in every single choir. Sasha was the eighth girl in the church, basically. So she teamed up with Sasha and the bad boy of the town to basically come up with a solution, find a solution for her medical condition so she could get back her ex-boyfriend. And can I say more? I don't want to say more because I feel like I'll spoil it, but I'll say this one. And as she's going along and finding new ways and to fix that condition, she's now literally gaining new friendships with Sasha, and also realizing that she doesn't really want to go back to her ex because of certain someone. Can you see that certain someone in the book? This book was so good. It focuses on friendship, it focuses on body positivity, patient, you know, and also I just felt like it was a book that like every young adult, every high schoolers can read and actually fall in love with it, because I wish I had this book in high school. I really wish I did. Very sadly, they didn't have these back in the days. It was so good. It was so great. It was such a loving characters. Did not leave my book, my chair, not once when I was reading this book. Give it a 10 out of 5. Babes, a 10 out of 5. It was so good. It was not steamy. It was not steamy at all. And also the bad boy in the book, boyfriend gold, absolutely amazing. You have to read it to find out how great and precious that it was. It was so great. I loved every single part of it. The next one that I heard was Real by Kennedy Ryan, and I have to say this was really nice. It was sad. Baby, it was sad. It was sad. I cried some part of it. I cried, and I was really upset at the end of it also. Not the ending, but a part of it really made me upset. And if you read this book, you know which part I'm talking about, because me could never. I could never. If you read this book, you understand what I could never. Shadi would have stayed dead. Like I would have died before I said, okay, no, could never ever forgive you after what you did. If you read this book, then you understand what I'm talking about. Anyways, if you haven't, let me tell you about it. This is a 5 out of 5 star for me, and it's by the great Kennedy Ryan, and it's a black romance and Hollywood-ish. So it's about Neva and Cannon. Neva, it's an inspiring. Well, she's a Broadway girl. A girl can act. You know, I'm here for the girl that can act.
Let's be clear, I'm for the black girls. I'm for the black girls going to the prom.
It's not what the TikTok says. I think it is. Neva is a Broadway girl, and our little boy here, Cannon, is a well-known and respected director who went to see a Broadway show that Neva was in. And I have to say, let me just say, I feel like instantly he saw her and he was like, I'm in love with you. That's me. That's what I think. Because my man, like, why would you see this girl and you're a well-known director, and you just fighting for this girl to be in your upcoming movie? She's a Broadway girl. Hire anyone else, you know, and especially because he had other people he could have hired, but he was like, no, I want her. This is who I want to be in my movie. She's the best. He saw the talent, he saw the love, he saw the talent, he saw the beauty, he saw the talent, he saw the love. He saw. Anyways, he just basically wanted her to be the main character in his upcoming movie, and they had a little hearts for each other. They were a little but they wanted, especially him, he wanted to keep it very strictly business, friendship, you know, partnership, business partnership, friendship, professional. But he, you know, life happens. They meet one day and they were just very and things happen. Yeah, and the part where I said trigger warning is that it does struggle with certain things. It does struggle with real life problems that you just can't help but feel sad for. And that's why I like it, because I feel like Neva, the issue that she was dealing with, so many other people would deal with it, and when like it's like, oh my god, you feel for her, you understand her, but because it was a book, you just like, I don't know if I will make that decision that you made, sis. I don't know if I can forgive her after what she did. Her sister betrayed her. You just have to read this to find out what happened. Because Shadi, it's in the first chapter. It's okay. It's in the first chapter that you find out her sister betrayed her. And it could never be me. It could never be me. Could never be me. Anyways, it's a 5 out of 5. It might seem like I spoiled the book, but I promise I really didn't. You have to read to find out a lot of things that happened in this book, the friendship, and it was also very steamy, babe. It was also very steamy, very steamy. I want to read more of Kennedy Ryan this year for sure. She was one of the authors that I'm just like, I'm excited to read about. I'm excited. And I am. I bought her books. Anyways, the next one that I have, it's called Stormy by J.L. Seeger. Babes. 5 out of 5. If you have not read this book, which I doubt because it went absolutely crazy on TikTok last year, this year still is going insane. Listen, every year this book will be recommended. Read this book. Okay, so I give it a 5 out of 5, and also it does deal with sadness a little bit, and I don't know what's wrong with me reading books with sadness. I like them. I do like them. It's about Sloan and Dominic, and Sloan is grieving her late husband Eric's death, and it's okay. It's literally right here. I'm not spoiling it. It's right here. Anyways, Sloan is grieving her late husband Dominic, Eric's, and he died 4 years ago. But you know, with grieving, you never really done grieving. And Dominic was Eric's best friend. Should I say? Need I say more? I would though. I don't have to, because they should convince you for you to go read this book. You should convince you to go read this book. But I will tell you more. Anyways, so Solange always thought that Dominic hate her, and this is the vibe he's been giving her for years. 12 years he's been giving her that I hate you face, doing like I hate you. This is what I want to tell you for the end of my life, Solange. I hate you. And she goes with the thoughts like, oh, he hated me. But baby, he didn't. He really didn't. My guy was just going through it because he has been in love with Sloan for 12 years. As long as she's been married, well, more, as long as she's been married to his best friend, he's been in love with her. But he couldn't do anything because the woman he loved and his best friend were happy, and he was okay with that. I think that's literally a quote. It's literally a quote from the book, and it was one of those books that you read and you were just like, oh, the steam, the little hot scenes, they were hot. They were a little going. They were doing it. They were doing it. It was a lot. It was too much. It was almost too much. But is there anything that's too much? No. But yeah, it was really nice. It was really good. So you get in the story, you learn about how she's learning to grieve her husband while falling in love with her husband's best friend, and learning that, is it okay? Is this fine? Is this, you know, whatever. And so yeah, I love it. Dominic is also a very good contractor. I don't know why, I just like that. I was like, oh, contractor, what are you contracting? Ew. Anyways, yeah, I rated a 5 out of 5. If you haven't read this book, I feel like I did not explain this properly at all, but it was that good. I promise you, you will not regret it. It is really good. The story is great. Black romance, so that's really great for this month, especially if you want to read it. If you're black, white, you want to put black author. She's really great. She's absolutely, 𝐤𝐤 Secret is absolutely beautiful. Anyways, but yeah, 5 out of 5. If you haven't read it, do read it. Next one that I have is this little baby. Terms of Inheritance. I follow the author on TikTok and she just kept posting about this, and I was just like, the moment this book is out, I am buying it. And she was like, it's ready to pre-order, and I was like, but when I told you, I went on my phone and searched that thing quickly and I bought it, and it came on a Thursday, and that Thursday night I finished it. I didn't sleep. How many? It was 430 pages and I finished that. I did. I started that Thursday afternoon and I kept going and I kept going. I did not sleep. It was 2 a.m. and I was like, because I wanted to find out. So the best way I could, and then you should read it because she's a small author. She's doing her little thing. She's doing great. But this book specifically, I think this is her first book. Imagine. Oh, this was also a 4.5 out of 5 for me. A 4 out of 5. Yeah. So imagine your very abusive late husband who left you with nothing but trauma and no money. But you know what he left you with? He left you with nothing but trauma, no money, and his grandson to marry. Literally, that's what happened. My guy abused babes. Clementine, I think her name was, well, her name is Clementine. I'm hoping to the Lord that I'm saying this right. Clementine, her name is Clementine. She married her ex-husband, a very abusive ex-husband, basically for family business. Basically her family wanted to get involved with his part of business. They wanted to be rich, just keep the riches going further. And my guy did nothing but abuse Clementine and basically left her with nothing but trauma. In his will, he said that she would not get not an ounce, not until she married his grandson, and I don't know how to say that. 𝐒𝐲𝐬𝐿. It'll be on the screen. Anyways, and so she has to because she needs money, bad family business type of thing. And yeah, so you have to read it to find out if the grandson is basically like the grandfather or what happened. You know, I love this. I like how the author wrote that she dealt with the trauma. I don't think the trauma was glorified at all. I think it was well written. I really think it was well written. In some pages you get that she's very closed off, and when the new husband is trying to get to know her, she's very like, she just thinks that he's going to be the same way that her late husband was. And when she learned that, oh, he's not like that at all, she just kind of opens, and you now see her, how happy of a person she is, and how just colorful she is. And it's just so nice. I really like this book. Rated a 4.5 out of 5. I don't know why. I can't remember at the top of my head why it's not a 5 out of 5, but I'm sure it's something. That's all I have for you guys today. If you haven't read these books, please pick any of them up. Thank you so much for watching, and appreciate you guys. I have more coming up. Thank you so much, and don't forget to pick up these books. It is Black History Month, so it'd be very great if you pick them up and support these Black authors. Thank you so much again. Have a great day. Bye.